Greetings, I am Esther Critton, a graduating senior from Orlando, Florida.
Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine Lane, a graduating senior from Hollywood, Florida.
Greetings, I am Kayla McMillan, a graduating senior from Miami, Florida.
Greetings, I am Nairobi Robinson, a graduating senior from Havana, Florida.
And we are MV Consulting Group.
So today we're going to do a quick run through of the company and what we think we can do to help. First off, we're going to go through the history, and then we're going to go over you guys' mission, vision, and value statement. We're going to do a SWOT analysis. Then we're going to come into some financials that you guys have. Then we're going to work on the internal and external analysis, the problem that we feel is at hand, the recommended strategy for that problem, how we're going to implement that problem, the rationale behind it, the funding, and the balanced scorecard. So a brief history of you guys' company. It was founded by Adolf Dassler. He was born in 1924 in Germany. He started Adidas in his mother's wash kitchen. And the name came across from using the first two letters of his first name and the first three letters of his last name. Adidas is headquartered in Germany, which is where Adolf was born. You guys have 50,000 plus employees and growing, as well as 169 subsidiaries. You guys acquired Reebok in 2006 for 3 billion euros. TaylorMade was another company that you guys had an acquisition with, and that was in 2012 with $70 million converted to 53 million euros. You guys also acquired Rockport in 2006, which was around the time that you guys acquired Reebok. However, you sold the Rockport unit for $280 million to a new entity formed by Rickshaw Partners and New Balance.
Okay, getting to the vision statement, you guys had a really good vision statement already planned out. That would be good for the goal that we want to accomplish. So we decided to keep it. Your vision statement was the Adidas Group strives to be the global leader in the sporting goods industry with the brand built on a passion for sports and a sporting lifestyle. We are committed to continuously strengthening our brands and products to improve our competitive position. All right, and get into the mission statement. You guys are missing some very key important components that should have been mentioned, but we went ahead and added those in there for you. You can take a brief moment to look over the mission statement. Okay, we will continue.
All right, moving on to your strengths. So Adidas had a couple strengths that we really paid attention to. One of them was outsourcing. Adidas outsources in 1,100 independent factories overseas, and we operate in 61 countries. For our employees, Adidas is very good about rewarding their employees and giving incentives for doing good work. They also offer bonuses for increases in sales and annually and quarterly. For diversification, Adidas has a very diverse portfolio. You all have sports shoes, sports equipment, sports apparel, and things of that nature, things that are tied into sports. When it comes to Adidas for your marketing sector is based on sports performance and sports style, and you have your own, so it's your own separate entity in your marketing department. And then for your online customization, Adidas makes it so that their consumers can go online and customize their own shoes that can coincide with their own personal style to make it more for them.
Coming into you guys' weakness that we found, your golf industry. When you guys first started off in the golf segment, it was really booming and high up. But we noticed recently that it's been declining sales in the golf industry, and it's not really as potent and high demand as it was when you guys first started off. So we thought that that was a weakness because you guys haven't worked on a new strategy or marketing tactic to reverse that. As far as e-commerce, your guys' e-commerce is really, really low in the U.S. and that hurts you guys' revenues and things of that nature. outsourcing. You guys outsource 95% of your stuff, and while we thought that was a strength, it's also a weakness because you lose a lot of control of say so about the products that are being made overseas. And we thought that your overseas labor laws, we thought that you guys could probably maybe run into some issues there because overseas the working environment and condition isn't like it is here in the U.S. And they run more sweatshops over there, and that can be an issue because you guys do employ minors.
All right, moving on to our internal analysis. The Adidas Group is currently doing fairly well. You all are a fairly reputable company that carries a diverse product line that caters to the customer. Although you all are in a stable position with potential growth in the future, there are some areas that you should look at for further growth. So looking at our ratios right here, our current ratio and our click ratio are above 1, which says that our company is in a good standing when it comes to paying off our short-term obligations. Our leverage ratios are 1.14 and 0.53. Our profitability ratios are 0.05 and 0.49, and our activity ratios are 1.61 for the inventory turnover and 0.636 for the total assets turnover. The ratios that we decided to look at to really base our information off of on the company was growth ratios. We want to see how Adidas is growing. We've had some hiccups in the past. Coming from 2012 to 2013, we had a decrease in our sales but an increase in our net income. And then it flipped from 2013 to 2014 where we had a decrease in our net income but an increase in our sales. So looking forward for this year, 2015, we looked at the first quarter of 2015 and 2014 to get a better idea of what we're going to be looking like in the future. And for our sales and our net income, we had an increase of 17.3% and an increase of 8.3% respectively. And that's our financials.
All right, moving into our opportunities. Some things we thought that you all could jump on are some of the robotics. You all have been working with Germany to actually build some new technologies that will actually give you a shift in your footwear industry. Also, with the launch of the new women apparel and empowering women, that'll be a great opportunity for you all to be a part of. Also, with the world going green, it'll be a great opportunity for you all to start thinking about recycling and using some of your old products to actually make new products. And then going back to your roots, using soccer to do that, going back to your roots and just trying to go back to where it all began and how it all started with you all. And then with the new lesbian and gay laws being passed, it'll be a great opportunity for you all to try and just reach out to those consumers and build another consumer market based off of that, and to just kind of reach out to them to let them know that they have your support.
And we'll get into our threats. Like my colleague said earlier about the outsourcing, a big problem is the replicas. A lot of the production facilities typically kind of resell some of the products that are not authorized under the Adidas brand. And that could actually bring down the quality of the actual shoe product itself. The designer lawsuit between Nike and the 3 Adidas designers, they recently left Nike to pursue their careers for Adidas. And Nike claims that the designers are taking their information and sending it to Adidas for new shoe wear. The issue with that is that it could cause a bad reputation for Adidas, claiming that Adidas is replicating Nike in its products. Another big threat is the women campaigns launched by Nike and Under Armour. They launched recently this year the largest women's campaign, and since Adidas has yet to launch their own campaign, those consumers will lean more towards Nike and Under Armour to look for women apparel. Also, the wage and currency changes. Since Adidas operates in euros, once money translates over, sometimes it could be a loss or it could be an increase. If the stronger dollar does terrible, then that means when it's translated to euros, you actually lose a lot of money. And possibly your biggest threat would be Nike and the new NBA deal that they signed. Nike signed a deal with the NBA for $1 billion that you guys previously had, and also Nike has a 60% market share in the footwear industry in North America alone. So getting into external analysis, we decided that the footwear industry is extremely competitive and Nike dominates the North American market. Because Adidas has a vast product line, there are many opportunities that Adidas can capitalize from. However, their position after Nike and loss to obtain an NBA contract is a big hit to Adidas' finances.
All right, so the problem at hand that we saw while doing your SWOT analysis is that Adidas is losing money in the North American market due to the decline in sales in that region. Also, that Nike is dominating in its market with about a 60% market share, and it's creating a stiff competition between the two companies. So our recommended strategy is to develop new guerrilla marketing strategies and efforts to reach consumers in the North American market. A large sum of the marketing budget will be allocated to promote the Adidas running apparel and footwear to actually compete with Nike.
So a big part of this would be the implementation point of it. So what we put together is, first step of anything, is for the Adidas running segment to meet up and propose a strategy and get those ideas down on paper. And once they develop that proposal and that strategy, to present it to the board of directors. Once they present it to the board of directors, well, of course we need to get their feedback and insight and the pros and cons of what we just put together and proposed.
Okay, so after we get that final proposal, we're going to gather employee representatives from the Adidas segment to get their input on it. We need to know what is needed from them to make our marketing strategies more efficient. And then after that, we're going to recruit some experienced guerrilla marketing people to help us with our campaign. Guerrilla marketing is something that Adidas has done before, but we want to do it on another level in Northern America. So we would need some expertise from people who do that marketing campaign style and can help us and make us excel in it. And then also we would delegate an in-house marketing manager to be over this marketing campaign that will be solely for this strategy.
Okay, so after we delegate a leader over the project, we're going to start to explain the strategies and the goals to the actual team members that will be working on this project. After we do that and get them familiarized and abreast of the issues, we're going to present this new marketing campaign individuals to the actual public. After we do that, we're going to start to monitor our sales in the running segment, brand quarterly, and then we're going to start to evaluate those sales and that strategy.
All right, and the reason why we picked this implementation strategy is because Adidas is in recovery mode from divestiture with Rockport. You guys but you sold Rockport for $280 million, and you have to learn how to function without that segment. Also, to build a stronger brand awareness of Adidas running, not too many people know that you guys have a strong Adidas running line. They typically lean towards Nike because that's their home court. Also, it's a great rewarding environment for employees with Adidas incentive program. You guys currently have 2 incentive programs for your employees, and for them to see the company to progress off this implementation strategy, it would be very rewarding to receive those incentives. Also, it is an effective and less expensive strategy that does not carry too many risks. Like I said, you guys are in the middle of a divestiture from Rockport, and you guys need to take slow steps in order to recover.
All right, so the cost of the strategy. So in the past few years, we noticed that you all have been funding your marketing strategies with about 12 to 14% of your year-end revenue. So what we decided to do was to be on the safe side, go with 15% of your year-end revenues for 2014, which was $14 billion, and the 15% will give us $2 billion. And with that $2 billion, what we would do is spread it out across Reebok, TaylorMade, and Adidas. As you can see, these percentages, 60, 30, and 10, would be the percentage that each of these segments would get from that $2 billion. We came up with these percentages based off of who deserves the most or who is more needing of that $2 billion to help with their marketing strategies and with the campaign that follows behind each of the segments. Balanced scorecard. So based off all the information given, you should get a return on investment of 600%. Your customer benefits, you should get a 80% retention rate. That's what we're expecting, and we're also expecting a 90% satisfaction customer rate. For your learning and growth, we want to start some workshops for the marketing department to help them stay abreast of the new marketing techniques, as well as a 85% employee satisfaction rate. And for your internal business process, we want to see sales per employee of 11,000, and that will be every quarter.
Okay, and just to get the big picture of what we really want from this marketing strategy is mainly just to get appearances at fitness and expo events. Typically people go to those events more so to shop, and that's a great opportunity to get your products out and give them information. Also low-cost marketing techniques. Just small stuff such as like cutting hedges in the shape of a sneaker and then putting the logo on it is very inexpensive and actually lasts a long time. People would kind of get the subliminal message as well and share that with family and friends. Also, customer interaction. You guys previously did a guerrilla marketing tactic where you took a bus stop and you converted it to a soccer goal. And as you can see people taking pictures, and there's a ball, and it gives the people at the bus stop an opportunity to interact with your brand and your name and take pictures and save it for later. Also, you want to create memorable moments. You want to do something that people will remember. Most time commercials, people see it and it kind of disappears out of their memory, but you want to do something that they want to save and remember about your brand. Another thing is the pop-up stores. You guys previously did pop-up stores in different areas. With this strategy, you place a couple of them in big cities and random places, and it's kind of like a Adidas tour. Give people an opportunity to check out your brand, as well as to check out the products you have that they may not see in stores or online. And mainly, we just want you guys to be widely recognized and a preferred brand. A lot of people in different countries, they recognize Adidas and they prefer it, but in North America, it lacks a little bit compared to the Nike products. Okay, that concludes our presentation. We thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, please direct them to KaylaMcMillan@live.com. Thank you.